This is my personal branding story, and I'm sharing it to kind of give a little bit more credit to the advice that I'm giving here on personal branding and how to leverage social media to personal brand and market yourself for new opportunities like finding a job, finding an internship, or whatever it is that you have written on your goal list. My name is Kimber Marie. I am an IP attorney by day, content creator by night. This is my YouTube channel. I'm creating a series where I am talking about personal branding, which is a term I don't like. For that, you'll just have to watch the next video. But to start out, I wanted to share what my personal branding journey has been and why I am doing this now. Why am I sharing this information? In the hopes that, one, it helps establish a little bit more trust between me and you, the viewer, and two, you can also learn from my journey, which again is why I'm sharing this. My story begins 2 year. My neighbor's dogs are out, so now I'm distracted because they're so cute. My story begins 2 year when I got a piece of advice from an entertainment attorney. We hopped on the phone for an informational interview, and I had come across his name with the internship that I was working at the time. We hopped on the phone and I asked him, what is the one piece of advice that you give to every student? And he said, I say this to so many law students and none of them listen to me. And that is, if you are interested in something, put it out into the world. Podcast about it, blog about it, freelance about it, create content about it. Just put it out into the world, because when you put it out into the world is going to give it back to you. If you want a job in sports law, put something out into the world that has to do with sports law. Go meet people who work in sports law. Like, you have to make that known. The world can't give you what you want if it doesn't know what you want. It's why they say communication is so key in relationships, and half of anything we do is going to involve relationships because we're human. This is the world we live in. So you have to make it clear to other people, what are your intentions? What are your goals? What are you striving for? For me, because I knew I was interested in intellectual property, art law, cultural heritage law, because I want to bring in my background in anthropology at some point, I love those areas. And so what did I start doing? I started posting about that. I started subscribing to blogs and articles and websites that write on those subjects and networking with people, connecting with people who work in the industries that I want to work in. When it came to putting out into the world what I wanted to receive, that looked like I freelanced an article on copyright and then an article on a cultural heritage subject online and got those published. They were, 2 short little blog articles, but that was my attempt at putting out into the world what I'm interested in. I started a podcast with 2 other classmates, and not only did that give me an opportunity to network with more lawyers and interview them and share that with other law students, but again, it also gave me an opportunity to share what I'm interested in and put it out into the world. I would say the most impactful of the things that I tried was posting on LinkedIn regularly. There was a time there in law school where I was posting, if not every day, every other day, and it just kind of created this and joined this online community of lawyers who were doing the same thing. And I've started seeing more law students post, which is great. Please do. That is the point of this series, of this video. That's how you get known. That's how you get to know other people. And that's how you get to engage with them and build this online relationship that can lead to an offline relationship in terms of getting internships and work and just getting to know new people. So I talked about my internship search. So if you want to know more details about that and how I leveraged networking to get those internships, please go watch the internship video under the law school highlight. But for purposes of this video, just to really send this message home. For me, the moment when I realized that all the effort that I had put into personal branding and posting and just putting out into the world what I want to receive was the moment that I got a call from my now boss, Francesca Witzberg. She is the founder and managing partner of Esca Legal, which is a full-service IP law firm, which I am now an IP and brand enforcement associate for. When I got the call from her saying, can you talk in an hour and can you send over your resume and transcript? Like that for me was like, oh shit, is this about to happen? That's amazing. And on the phone, when she said to me, like, you did this by staying top of mind, putting yourself out there, wanting to talk to people and being interested and sharing your interest with the world, like you made this happen. And it was because I had stayed in touch with her. I posted about things that had to do with IP because that's the world she works in and that's the world I want to join. And that happened. And I made that happen by putting out into the world what I wanted to receive. And what did the world give me? An IP job. When I say personal branding can work for you, I mean it. I know that personal branding can feel inauthentic. It can feel scary, especially if you're an introvert. It doesn't have to feel that way. There's a lot of people who are trying to overcomplicate personal branding, and sometimes those systems and those activities, they help when you have very specific marketing funnels in place or a very specific goal, especially if you're an entrepreneur. But if you are a law student or a graduate student or a student of any type trying to just find new opportunities or find work, don't overthink it. Just put out into the world what you want to receive. Lead with kindness, lead with curiosity, meet new people, and share what you're interested in and what you're passionate about. If you do that, you will end up where you need to be. If you found this helpful, please subscribe, especially for these next few videos where I will be breaking down not only my analytics from my personal branding journey, but also the advice that I give to any law student or student in general who's trying to brand themselves, market themselves, and network. That will be coming out shortly. Keep an eye out for my next video where I talk about the advice that I give every single person when it comes to personal branding and the way that I boil it down to its most unadulterated form. Give me a follow on my socials at Kimber Marie James, and again, connect with me on LinkedIn. I love meeting new people. That's literally how I got here. So I'll see you guys next time, and I hope to see you on LinkedIn.